guys, welcome back to That Fitness Hustle. I'm Amy Moreland and I'm so excited you joined me today because today we're going to talk about group fitness and becoming an instructor. One of those very things that I'm so passionate about and I believe anybody can do. So what I want to talk about is really, there's people that come up to me all the time and they're like, I really want to be a group fitness instructor, but I don't know if I can do it. So what I did is I did a little kind of experiment, right? And I went into my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, and I asked all my friends that are on there and I said, tell me what is one characteristic that you think a group fitness instructor has to have? And I had, oh gosh, over 150 different responses. And some were from fitness instructors, some were from participants, and some were just kind of from family and friends. And there was a lot of variations, right? A lot of people talked about kind of the work ethic, right? So you need to be organized, you need to arrive on time, you need to make sure that you're prepared, you need to make sure that you have kind of things planned out. Some people talked about the energy that you need to give, right? So you need to be excited, you need to be ready to go, you need to, kind of give that performance, if you will. You need to kind of leave all of your baggage and your stress at the door because when people walk in, they're there for their stress relief and you've got to be able to give it to them. So that energy, that excitement, that everything needs to come through. But most importantly, everybody mentioned, or I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people mentioned passion. And I think that that's so important, right? Passion for any job doesn't make it a job. So I think that it's one of those crucial things that really is going to show when you get in front of people. They're going to be able to tell if you have passion for what you're doing versus if you're just doing this for a paycheck. And you need to kind of think about that. That passion is not only in exercise, but it's helping others reach their goal or have a goal. And that could be a weight loss, that could be stress relief, that could be something for, they want to try to lower their cholesterol. It could be a ton of different things, but you have to be there for them. The group fitness aspect of it, right? When you become an instructor, you're there to keep them safe, to keep them motivated, to keep them going. It's not a workout for you. It's all for them. So that passion has to be kind of at the top of the list. All those other things are really important too. You need to make sure you're organized. You need to make sure that you keep people safe. You need to make sure you have all that. But if you don't have that passion, everything else is just going to kind of, it's just going to kind of fall, right? We need to make sure that we have that and we can learn all those other stuff. We can learn the exercises, we can learn the safety, we can learn the techniques. We have to all learn that, but you can't fake passion for it. Now, interesting enough, and I was very happy to see this because sometimes when I put things out there on what to, look for as a fitness instructor, I think only one person had commented saying that they needed to have a certain look. And I was very, very happy because if you follow this channel, if you follow my podcast, you know that I'm very big about fitness, and fit isn't a size. It's not a look. It's not a certain look for people, right? You can be many different weights and be able to conduct a class and conduct it fun, safe, and effective. So I was very happy to see that. So if you're sitting there and you're like, oh, well, I'm smaller or I'm bigger or I'm this or I'm that, and people may not take me seriously because of my size, my age, my race, my whatever. Please don't think that, because when it comes down to it, that's not what's important. And you may be self-conscious about it, and I get that, but keeping it real, keeping it authentic, and keeping the passion for it is going to weigh out 10 times more than what you look like. So, the other thing that you need to think about when you become a fitness instructor is you need to keep them safe, right? So we have to have that passion, we have to have the want to do this and help people, but we can't help them, but we're not keeping them safe. Keeping them safe means that we need to learn. We need to make sure that we have all our tools in our tool belt to be able to help them as effectively as possible. And the biggest part of that is getting a Group X certification. And you can do that. There's tons of Group X certifications out there, and I'll put some below so that you can see, or you can go to the Fitness Hustle show on Facebook and you'll be able to see. I'll list a bunch of them. There's ACE, there's AFA, there's NASM, there's lots of nationally recognized group fitness certifications. And what they're going to do is they're going to give you the basics, right? They're going to start you on your journey of becoming a group fitness instructor. They're going to talk about things as far as the anatomy. They're going to talk about the planes of movement. They're going to talk about modifications. They're going to talk about the heart rate. They're going to talk about what to look for in classes. They're going to talk about how to treat people in classes, meaning if somebody drops a weight or drops a dumbbell, you don't like look over at them and laugh at them. You're going to help them. You're going to do things. They also look at things like some of the medical stuff or some of the things that you need to know, like do you know CPR? If somebody falls, what do you do? Those types of things. So they're going to give you that general kind of group fitness knowledge, and they're going to help you with, when I took my AFA long time ago, we had to do kind of a practical, and you had to do 3 different movements and take it, kind of a level 1, level 2, level 3. And everybody in that class had to then go through and do the level 1, level 2, level 3, and cueing and making sure that we're giving those right cues. So that's great to practice. It's great to know. And that really helps you kind of get in front of people too, right? So when I did it, we had, I think, 20 other people like in my little group, and I had to get up in front of those 20 people when we did, I can't remember what I did. I think I did push-ups and, walk through the different levels, and they all had to do them, and they were taking notes, and I had somebody listening and taking notes to make sure that I passed. But those accreditations, those national certifications are going to go a long way when you're looking at gyms, when you're looking at studios, when you're looking at places to teach. So make sure that you have something, and if you're interested in a particular gym, make sure that you ask them, hey, what certification do you prefer, so that you make sure you go out and get that one. Not everyone, not every gym expects it or makes it a necessary thing, but if you go to a gym and you say that you have that, it's definitely a step in the right direction. And I know as myself as a studio owner, I only hired instructors that had a Group X cert. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. So you want to get a national certification, and then depending on what you want to become a fitness instructor to teach, you need to maybe have a certification in that niche. So if you love BOSU, you should probably go get a certification in BOSU so that you understand all the different tips, techniques, and ways that they do things. Same with TRX, kettlebell. There's different things that you're going to need to have a more specialized certification in to really kind of narrow down that niche. Doing a general boot camp, doing a general kind of aerobics class, the Group X cert will be fine, and you can kind of tailor your class how you need to. But if you're going to start to work with equipment or you want to do something very unique, you may want to find a certification that specializes in that to just give you extra knowledge. And I can't stress enough, as a group fitness instructor, you don't know it all. Nobody knows it all. We are all always learning. Fitness instructor creators, I have programs myself. I'm still out there having the 2 CECs, which are continuing education credits. I'm always still taking classes. I'm always still looking up things to see what's new, what's out there, and what I need to kind of expand on. Things are changing from year to year, and you want to make sure that you still have that knowledge to be able to give a great workout. We are always learning. We have to make sure we're learning, and we have to make sure we're learning from the right people and the right places, which is why I highly recommend you make sure that you go on to ACE or AFA or one of those national accreditations, and then go, when you're looking at that niche, research the company, find out what they're doing, find out their background so that you know you're getting a good quality education and good quality training when you're doing that. Okay, so you've done all the trainings, you've gotten your group X, or you've gotten your niche, or you've gotten whatever you want to teach. You've got that all set up. Now what do? So the best thing to start to do is kind of scope out some places. Like if you want to teach at a gym, you want to teach at a studio, go there, take some classes. Take some classes just to see what the environment is like, what the other instructors are like, what the people are like, so that you can get a feel for if it's still a right fit for where you want to be. And if you've already done that, then you know, but again, still, you want to make yourself known, right? So let people know who you are and come to those classes, try things out, and really start to get involved. If you found a place that you're like, okay, this is the perfect place for me. And not every gym or not every studio is the right fit for every instructor, depending on what they're looking for, how things are done, the management, all that different stuff. So you might have to, try several different places before you find the one. Or you might decide you're going to go out and kind of do your own thing. You're going to rent a hall, or you're going to rent, something, and you're going to kind of do your own classes, then become independent. That's fine too. If you find a gym that you're interested in, first see if you can get on the sub list. Become a sub for one of the formats that you're interested in teaching, or something very similar to, and see if you can at least get on the sub list. That way you can, try things out with people and see how it works. Now, I will tell you from experience, and everybody experiences this, people get very used to their instructors. So when a sub comes in, sometimes it's a little awkward at first, or people won't come. They're like, oh, it's a sub. And as instructors, we tell people, don't do that. You got to get a good workout. You're going to get your workout in. You'll be fine. You'll be in good hands. But just know that sometimes subs, it can be a little iffy. But you're going to have to do it, and it's going to be one of those things, and I'm going to get to that point here in a minute. But still do it. Get yourself out there. Put yourself out there and try to teach as many classes as possible. Know that it's going to take a while to maybe get on the schedule with places. And again, it depends on what's happening, what's going on, where you want to teach, all those different things, timing, schedules, all of that before you might get on. So you have to be patient. It's not going to always happen overnight and boom, you're there and you're teaching 5 classes. It's going to have to be kind of a slow progress until, things get into a rhythm and you get used to it, and then everything's good. You may have to audition. Many places, especially those bigger gyms and even studios, like I had people come in and they had to teach a class, and all I did was tell the class, look, I've got somebody coming in that's going to be doing something a little different. Give me your feedback afterwards, and kind of go from there. And that person or that instructor came in. I expected them to introduce themselves. I expected them to kind of give a little idea of what the class was going to entail, how they were going to teach, and I just watched them. And I'm looking for, most group fitness managers are kind of looking for the total package, right? We're looking for your personality, we're looking for your passion, and we're looking for your knowledge. So I want to make sure that you're kind of owning the room, right? And you're getting to know people. I want to hear and feel that passion from you, that you love what you're doing. And I also want to make sure that you're keeping them safe with every single exercise, your cues, your maybe verbal cues, maybe nonverbal cues, all of that. So I'm watching for all of those things. And then I'm watching to see how the participants feel, how they're, what are they doing? Are they smiling? Are they laughing? Are they confused? All those different types of things, and just kind of watch to give feedback to the instructor. You need to be able, as a group fitness instructor, with all of those things. So you're subbing, you're doing auditions, you're taking classes, you're trying out things. You may even go rent someplace and you're going to do your own little class. You need to make sure that you can accept rejection. And I know that sounds harsh, but fitness instructors are one of those things, right? Or one of those jobs where people have no problem walking out of class, or people have no problem making a face, or letting you know this is too loud or it's too soft or I can't do that or this, and don't take it like a personal kind of against you, but you just need to make sure that and it's really not rejection per se, but you need to be able to take criticism. Maybe that's a better word for it. You need to be able to you never know what you're going to get hit with, right? So make sure that you can take the good and the bad together. We've all been there. We've all gone through it. We need to put a smile on our face and we need to, kind of keep moving on. So just know that not everything is going to be super easy. It's going to have those little bumps along the road. And then the other thing that I want to tell you too is make sure that you're continuing to learn, right? This whole thing is a process. Nobody became a fitness instructor and became an overnight sensation, like right then and there, right? It takes time. You got to find your groove. You got to find what works. You got to find, I know that, Tad, my husband, and I, when we would do classes, we would kind of joke, and that kind of became our thing, right? Some people have, the singing. Some people have just a way that they do things or their energy or whatever. You gotta find what makes you unique and just kind of learn and grow and continue to just adapt, really. No two classes are going to be the same. So you may have a class in the morning that is going to want to take things a little easier than a class after work at night that is looking for the, extreme type of workout. So you're going to have to be able to tailor. You're going to have to be able to understand and read your class. I can't stress that enough, right? Read your class. Know if they're liking things, not liking things. Ask them for feedback. Ask them what they like. Ask them what they don't like. And be prepared to hear those answers. But that's only going to help you grow, and it's only going to help you become better so that you can give them a better class and they have a better time. And again, going back to that first point we talked about at the beginning, right? The group fitness class is all about them. It's all about taking care of them, motivating them, getting to them to their goals. So that's what we're there for. So we need to work hard to be able to help them get there. It is the best job out there. I know that sometimes, the fitness instructors get slack, that the pay isn't always that great, but it is such a rewarding job. It is such a inspiring job, and I can't imagine myself doing anything else or anything ever different, because it makes my day. I could be having the most horrible day, and I can walk into a group fitness class and the energy changes, and it just becomes, that passion comes back, that love for group fitness comes back, and that's what it's all about. So if you want to become a group fitness instructor and you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is amy@kettlebellamp.com, or you can do the fitnesshustleshow@gmail.com. I have two. I have my program and then I have that. So either one is fine. And if you have questions, you can also comment here on YouTube. You can go to the Fitness Hustle on Facebook and ask me, where do I start? Or you can't remember the ACE and AFA, you can't remember whatever, or you just have some questions and you want somebody to help you along the way. I am glad and more than happy to help with whatever part of the journey you're on. And if I can't answer the question, say you ask a question that's very specific to a niche, if I can't answer that question, I promise you I will find somebody that can, so that you can continue to go on your journey. So if you are a fitness instructor, great. Keep going, keep expanding, keep learning, and keep motivating. And if you want to be a fitness instructor, don't let anything stop you. I know that you can do great, and like I said, it's the best feeling ever. So don't let anything stop you from your goal. All right, guys, that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed, and check me back here next time.